What's up guys, it's your boy August BTC back again with another video. Today we are going to continue the series Road to $10,000. How I'm basically showing you guys live full transparency how I can get my account to $10,000 through trading Bitcoin options. But before that happens, obviously, there's going to be lots of ups and downs. And currently, we're in a bear market, guys. We are in a major bear market. As I've reiterated multiple times, basically, one of the major signals is basically the 200-day moving average, right? Sorry, the 200-day moving average is this line here. And each time that we're trading underneath this line is not a good sign, right? So we need to recover. But we're getting close to a bottom. We're getting close to a bottom. As you can see, the lowest point that we've reached through the cycle is 58K on the dot. And we're trying to test it again. There's a lot of things that's obviously affecting the price of Bitcoin, the war between Iran and the USA, the Fed trying to hike rates. We don't know if they're going to cut rates. There's a lot of things going on geopolitically, right? However, we just need to stick to a strategy. And like I've mentioned, this is basically the time where lots of money is made, right? When everybody is fearful, everybody is scared, everybody is running out, nobody wants to buy the dip. This is the time that we strategically position ourselves to make money. And how do we do that, right? I've built my portfolio through Bitcoin options trading to make it in such a way where regardless of the movement of the market, I still need to print money. That is my ultimate goal. So currently Bitcoin is down 2%. Look at this candle right now. It's pretty nasty. And the market is going to open pretty soon as well. But it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. So analysts are saying that by October, November, we should be at a new low, and then we should bounce back into a bull market from there. So all I'm just doing is just positioning myself. So let's quickly give a quick update on the portfolio, guys. So again, this is a dashboard that I've built through Deribit. Deribit is the exchange that I use, but the UI is not really, looking too good. That's why I've decided to create this dashboard to kind of make it a little bit cleaner and easier for me to read and go through the portfolio with you guys. All right. So currently, we're still pretty much down on the day compared to yesterday. We were actually up 5% yesterday. I posted it on my Twitter account, on my X account. But currently on the day, we opened up a little bit down minus 0.68%. For the month, we're still down 35% for the month in Rand. That's about, 22,000 Rand down for the past month. But that's okay. June has been absolutely brutal, guys. From the 1st of June, it's been absolutely, and June is my birthday month, but it's been absolutely brutal for me. But the good thing is the structure is working. We're recovering a little bit. The goal is to get the account to 10K, and once we get there, guys, I'll show you guys transparently. I'll be doing some, monthly reportings as well of the account value, but I like to keep this off just so that I can stay focused on the goal, right? But yes, so this is how the portfolio is going. A little bit of volatility, but I'm trying to smoothen it down a little bit. We look at the margin, guys. The margin is getting close to 50%. So once we get to 50%, then obviously we'll need to manage it, but we're not there yet. So the maintenance margin is a key line here. So Bitcoin is still going down a bit, but we're still printing some money, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how. Also, I want to show you guys this. This is very important, right? Because I'm trading Bitcoin options, right? I'm getting the premiums that I'm getting paid is through Bitcoin. I was also trading Ethereum options and I was getting paid in Ethereum, but I decided to remove this. I'm going to tell you guys why. So currently still down, it's red, but the good thing is I'm reducing my average entry, right? Because Bitcoin currently is at let's see, Bitcoin is at 58K 750, right? Let's say 60K, and my entry here is about 69K. And each time that I'm printing premiums and realizing the profits from the premiums, I'm reducing my average entry, so it makes it easier for me to recover. So if Bitcoin bounces back to like 70K, I'll basically break even and recover all my losses, and then anything above that will be just a gain, right? So that's great. So let's quickly go to the positions and see how's it looking. So currently on the P&L, we are down about 17%. I've made a few changes, guys, just a tiny changes just to restructure the portfolio. First things first, I only have Bitcoin and I've removed Ethereum. because I figured that, you know what, I don't want to be too concentrated to, you know, to Bitcoin, sorry, to crypto, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum are already very, very highly correlated, right? So if Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum will go down. So I didn't want to be too concentrated. So that's why I removed Ethereum, and I kept the Bitcoin on its own. So the account is looking like this. So the total P&L of the account, the profit and loss, is currently down 17%, which is about $430. But we are gaining $19 of theta each and every day, which is great. And this value keeps going up as we get closer to expiry. The delta is 0.06, so the book is still slightly positive. So that means as the price of Bitcoin goes down, as you can see, Bitcoin is down, you know, about 2%. The maintenance margin goes up a little bit, but if Bitcoin goes up, then the maintenance margin goes down, right? So Vega and Gamma is negative, which means, you know, the book has a negative convexity, because again, we are short sellers. So when we sell options, we collect premium, and this is how much we stand to make. So in the next couple of days, which is the next 30 days, right, we stand to make about $500, and currently we up 17% on this amount to be made. So this is the maximum profit we can make. In rand value, we're down $7,000, sorry, 7,000 rand, but we're making 324 rand each and every day. That's eating away at this loss, so that's great. We stand to make about 8,000 rand in the next 30 days, and we are up about 1.5, right? So I've structured the portfolio a little bit differently, guys. I'm basically running a very defined risk type of strategy, right? Where I don't have unlimited risks. My risk is very defined, and it's called an iron condor, right? You can do some research on that and what it means. I'll explain it briefly, but I don't want to go too much into details. But I've decided to run an iron condor, which is it's not very different from what I was doing before, but I just added wings to kind of, you know, define my risk a little bit more, and to decrease the volatility of the portfolio, right? Because remember, when the portfolio used to go up or down, you know, the percentage, the swings was too crazy. You know, sometimes I'm down 30%, you know, 40%. So I like to I want to keep the volatility of the portfolio really smooth. And the best way to do that is through iron condors. So basically what that means is the maximum profit that I stand to make, guys, is this amount. And each and every day, theta is eroding at this loss, right? Which is great. So what do I have here, guys? I have, again, short strangles is the best thing. I have short strangles here. I'm going to highlight all these shorts, right? I have all these shorts here, guys, that I'm highlighting. And if you calculate or add all these shorts, it's going to give you about $800. Okay. So normally, if I only had these positions, I was supposed to make about $800 in premiums that I collected, that I received into the account, right? Which I actually received. But then what I did is I bought protective wings, right? I bought protective wings, and the protective wings that I bought are a long put, 2 long puts, and then 3 long calls. So when you buy puts and calls, you pay premium. That's why there's a negative sign here. So that means the net profit that I'm supposed to be making between this and this is this $518. Okay, so this is what you call a defined risk strategy. So for me to make this full amount, Bitcoin needs to stay between 54,000 and 64,000. Right, wait, let me see. And yes, so it needs to stay between 54, no, I'm wrong, between 55,000, right, and 64,000. Okay, so Bitcoin needs to stay between this range for me to collect this maximum amount of premium, right? So this is called a defined risk iron condor. Now, my sizing is a little bit aggressive, so it's a little bit different. So it's not really a traditional iron condor, but in essence, this is basically an iron condor. Okay, so that's the portfolio that I'm running. It's a lot more positions because I'm being a little bit more aggressive, but it's a defined risk where I'm paying these wings here to kind of cap my losses, right, on the downside and on the upside. Before, what I was doing is I was only capping my losses on the upside. I had no downside protection, and that's why the volatility of the account was going a little bit more to the downside, and I was losing a little bit. I was gaining a lot, but I was also losing a bit too much, but I didn't like it. So again, these are the tweaks and the adjustments that you do. Okay, now by doing this will help me basically ride this entire bear market as long as Bitcoin continues to range, and that's what's going to happen. So in the bear market, it's very hard for Bitcoin to go up, right? Like Bitcoin struggles to go up, so it kind of just chops and ranges, and that's the best way to make money in the bear market, right? So we are accumulating premiums, guys, in this bear market. Stand to make about $500, $519 in the next 30 days. But I will be managing this position 21 days to expiry, and I'll show you guys how that's done. The good news is, each and every day I'm collecting theta, which is increasing each and every day, which is great. And yeah, and that's how we're just going to keep printing money and making profits, guys. So this is just a quick update. The goal is still to get to $10,000. We will be going there. I want to show you full transparency how I'm down on the account. I'm down 1.4, 35% for the past month. Today I'm down about just, $21, less than a percent, but still the portfolio is down. This is a bear market. This is expected, but we're still printing and collecting premiums each and every day. So here's the update, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.